Hello, everyone. I welcome you back to my channel, Triumph Trust FS channel. I'm saying a very big thank you to all my regular viewers and for as many that have subscribed to this channel. Thank you very much. And if this is your first time of coming into this channel, please, I beg you to subscribe to this channel. And when you subscribe, please click on the notification bell so that you'll be informed when I post any new video. Today, I'm going to share with us another profitable strategy. But I must tell you, this strategy is for those who are really patient. It's for patient and disciplined traders. I've not had any losses with this strategy before. So it's rare you will not see this setup every day, but once the setups comes up, you are going to be profitable. So let's go into the strategy. So what are we going to be needing for this strategy? We have a couple of indicators that we're going to use for this strategy. And one of them is the moving average. So we're going to add the exponential moving average. So the first moving average we're going to be using is 13 exponential moving average. Exponential apply to close, color red. Then the second moving average that we're going to add is going to be still exponential moving average, but the value will be 50, and we use blue color. Then we're going to use another moving average, 200 exponential apply to close, and we're going to use a navy blue or dark blue. Okay, right, so we still have another indicator. We're still going to be using the ADX, which is average international index. Yeah, average directional index, not the wider, but this average directional index. So for the setting of the average directional index, going to be 14, period 14. The style here, make this place blue and make increase the width. Then your plus D1 is going to be red, and minus DI is going to be black. So, and the levels, we're going to be using 20. Click OK. Yeah, so we have all our indicators in place. I would also like to add the daily high and low, or yesterday's high and low indicator. So I'll be using that is what I use to determine my first take profit on this strategy. Daily high, MT5. Where's my daily high and low? Yep. Yes, so all right, so I have my daily high and low, but let me check the color. So I'll use the same color. Let me use black. Okay, here could be red. Okay, so we are set to go. So all the indicators are default indicator from the MT5 platform, except the daily high and low. So to get the daily high and low, you can join our Telegram group. I have a free Telegram group. The description is on this link, or is on the link of this video below. So you can join the group and get the indicators and some other strategies, profitable strategies that we have as well. All of our indicators that we use to trade are in the free Telegram group. So you can feel free and join the group. get those information and many more. All right. So the time frame for this strategy is M50, 15 minutes time frame and the 1 hour time frame. Those are the two time frames that I've used for this strategy. But in this training, we're going to be looking at the 15 minutes time frame. So what are we looking at in this strategy? So we want to see price above the 200 exponential moving average, and we want to also see the 50 and the 13 exponential moving average above the 200 exponential moving average. We also want to see the 13 above the 50. So we want to see the indicators, the moving averages lined up. Now, we also want to see a pullback to the 200. The price must drop and get to the 200. And we don't want the 13 and 50 to cross below the 200. That's for a buy scenario or a buy setup. We don't want the 13 and the 50 to cross below the 200 exponential moving average. They must be lined up like this, the way you are seeing it right here. Then once we see price has touched the 200 exponential moving average, we'll wait for the ATX red line to cross the black line. And when this crossing is happening, we want to see the blue line outline above the 20 levels. So once that happens, as soon as you see the cross, take your entry. Your first target is going to be yesterday's high for a buy and the previous swing high. So for a sell, it's going to be the opposite. For a sell, we want to see the 13 exponential moving average below the 50 exponential moving average. And we want to see 50 and 13 below the 200 exponential moving average. Then we want to see price push back, a pullback to the 200. And once price gets to that point, we'll wait for the red line of the ADS to cross the black line. And on the moment of crossing, we want to see the blue line above the 20 level. Once these criteria are met, you take your entry. Your first take profit will be yesterday's low or the daily low, and your second take profit seems this is the previous swing low as well. If you want to hold your trade, you can continue to ride down the trend. But this is my first take profit, and I can decide to ride down the trend or close the entry. So you will not see this setup often, but once you see it, there is no losses. So it's that simple. So the only thing you need to do is to be disciplined. You have to be patient and wait for it. There are sometimes maybe price will cross above the 200 or retest the 200 and the moving averages are not lined up. You may decide to take the trade. If it goes well for you, fine. But if it hits your stop loss, fine. So, but from my experience, this is the criteria, the ones I have just explained. These are the criteria you need to look at before taking your entry. So let's take some examples. So I will start from 1st of May 2021. So let's go back to 1st of May. So this is 1st of May. Let's look at the chart. Here, price did not get to 200. Yeah. So you can see it's red. Look at here. On this point, price pulled back to the 200 exponential moving average. And we have 50 and 13 below the 200 exponential moving average. So let's check our ADX if it also meets the criteria. So when the red line of the ADS was crossing the black line, the blue was still above the 20 level. So as soon as you see the cross happen, you take your entry. So you're going to be taking your entry at this point. As soon as the cross has happened here, this is your entry. Your entry is going to be at the close of this candle. And stop loss will be here, just on this swing high. So we are already below the daily low. So your target, your next target now is going to be on the previous swing low. So, and that is it. Let's see, look for another example. This is another example. Here we see price pull back to the 200 exponential moving average. And at this point, we're going to be checking our ADX if it meets the criteria. So after this, we'll wait for the crossing, the red crossing, the black, and the blue must be above the the 20 level. So once the cross has happened, we'll be taking an entry here. So your entry will be here. If you're not sure of taking your entry here, you can wait for the next candle to close. So stop loss will be on the swing high, and your take profit will be, so this is the previous day's low, yesterday's low, this point. So another take profit. So you may take your the swing low, the previous swing low may be your first take profit, and yesterday's low, the second take profit, and that was it. Let's see, let's look for more. I think I should remove these lines. Okay, let's look for more. So here the 13 cross above the 50, so we ignore all of this, we ignore. Okay, let's look at, okay, no, here is not, the moving averages are not lined up. No, no setup. Here price was 50 was still below 200. So you can see, okay, we have a setup here. So we see price pull back to the 200 exponential moving average, and we have the 13 and 50 below the 200. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the ADX crossover. This is where the ADX had a crossover. This candle. So as this candle finished, that was when, as this new candle started, that was when we had a cross. So yeah, and the blue line was still above the 20 level. So we take stop loss will be here, and entry here at the beginning of that candle. So first take profit will be yesterday's low, previous day's low, or yesterday's low, and you can decide to write the remaining one to this level or this level, and that is it. No loss. Here's another one. We'll see price pull back to 200 and how the cross happened somewhere there. So this is where we had the ADS cross. So take our entry here, stop loss here, and you can see first TP, and you can continue to write down, and this one continue downward, keep going until this level. We have another entry here. Price pullback. This is not a nice pullback anyway, but this is where price pulled back to 200 and the 50 was above the 200. And look at what happened here. If you look at this point, you can see that the blue line of the ADS is below 20. So we were not going to take this trade. So we have another pullback to the 20 to the 200 here, and when price pull back, we'll wait till the crossover. And this is a crossover took place here immediately after this candle. So here entry will be at the beginning of this candle. Stop loss will be on this swing low. And take profit yesterday's high, and next one is the previous swing high. So as you can see, there was no loss from all the examples that we check. So it takes patience. So if you are patient and you are disciplined to wait for the setup and the criteria to be met before you take your entries, it's going to be very profitable for you. So please do well if this is your first time to subscribe to my channel and recommend this channel for others as well. Please, I will also appreciate those of you who have commented with some words of encouragement to me on some of my videos. Thank you very much, and I'm going to ensure that I serve you better. So watch out for more strategies on volatility 75 and also in Forex. So this strategy, you can use it for volatility 75, volatility 10, 25, um, 50, and volatility 100. All of them, it goes well with them. So thank you for watching and have a great trading week ahead.